Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 5, and today we are returning with 2 more games of our Lions as we take on Oldham away in the FA Cup 4th round, then Reading away at Daysky Stadium as well, plus transfer deadline day 2. Before we play these games though, show you how Millwall have been getting on off camera. So of course, in the last episode, you saw our frustrating 2-0 defeat away at Carrow Road, but then our big 2-1 victory over Crystal Palace in the FA Cup 3rd round in the South London derby to put us through to the 4th round tie, which you'll see today. And then played 3 games off camera, and it was a really successful mini run. We started with a 2-0 victory at Deepdale. That was at home, as Preston come and took us on Den, and we won the game by 2-0 for out of a home fan. Sean Hutchinson gave us the opening goal 24 minutes in, and then Tim Cahill, who bagged the brace against Crystal Palace, scored again. His 3rd goal in 2 games, getting on the end of a Jed Wallace cross, I think it was, and heading the ball home. Oh man, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what's coming in today's episode. But Tim Cahill, we love him so much still. But following that, we did win away from home, and this came at Ellen Road, a big victory against Leeds by 2-1, where we channeled our inner Aston Villa, for those who watch my career mode save, coming from behind to claim the win. We trailed 16 minutes in, but then the second half, 5 minutes after the restart, Shane Ferguson got us back on level terms, and then with 4 minutes to go, we scored a very fortunate goal to give us the 3 points. A cross from the right by Conor McLaughlin, deflected off Pontus Jansson, then hit the post, then hit Wiedvald, and then went into the back of the net. We did hit a post a few minutes before that for Aidan O'Brien. We were very close to winning it there, but instead a fluky own goal gave us the 3 points. But I don't mind how they go as long as they do to give us back-to-back wins in the Championship. But it should have been 3 wins in 3 in the league and 4 wins in 4 in all competitions, but we slipped up big time at home to Derby when we were leading by 2-0. Ben Thompson and Aidan O'Brien, 2 boys at the academy, gave us a 2-goal lead 33 minutes in, both scoring in the space of 3 minutes. We were plain sailing, we were pretty, we were playing very well, but then with just 22 minutes to go, Sam Whittle put the Rams back in the game, making it 2-1. Now with 4 minutes to go, Joe Ledley gave Derby a point as they battle back from 2 goals down to claim a draw. So not a terrible result in what's been a pretty decent mini run of form for the Lions, but that should have been 3 points there, and I was frustrated to throw it away. Our games today against Oldham in the FA Cup, then Reading away at Daysky in the Championship as well. And as you see the table right now, as you can see right now, we've got currently 17 games to go, 29 games played, and we've got 39 points, and we're 16 points clear of the drop zone where Forest currently sit in 22nd place right now. So there's a long way to go. We could still get caught up, but it is looking quite likely this season we will achieve safety, which is exactly what we were going for. And as for the playoff push, well, we're 8 points off QPR in 6th place. There is still a chance we could get ourselves in contention for the top 6, but it's highly unlikely. I'm being realistic, and so long as we stay above the bottom 3, that's totally fine for me. Now, speaking of Tim Cahill, if you do follow me on Twitter, if you don't, then it's at @DocLanders, and I do recommend you guys follow me, as I'm pretty active on there. There's a link in the description. You would have seen this morning as I was playing through the save. Unfortunately, Tim Cahill is off at the end of the season, and he's leaving us once again. His contract was up coming the end of the year. I did discuss this briefly, and I wanted to give him a new contract, but unfortunately, he's been unhappy at the club for about, 4 months now. And every single time I've tried to offer him a contract, the agent's always said, my client's not interested, he's unhappy at the club and considering his options, stuff like that. And he just wouldn't listen to reason. He wanted to leave, and sadly he's going to. He's come back for a year. He's given us some memories. We'll always love you, Tim Cahill, but sadly, this will most likely be his final year for definite in a Millwall shirt. But he's here until the end of the season. Then he joins LA Galaxy. And to be honest, it was on the cards. It was going to happen. I tried to negotiate ever since October, but he just wouldn't listen. And thus, Tim Cahill is playing his final season for definite now in a Millwall shirt. But I'm hopeful he'll retire at the end of next season. I can bring him back as a coach. That's the plan anyway. But still, first game today, it is indeed Oldham. It is Boundary Park as we're away from home in the FA Cup 4th round. Dear oh dear, as we go in search of progression to the 5th round of the Cup, and hopefully we'll be able to get that done today. Now, Oldham right now are sitting in, I think it's 15th place in League One, although they've only lost 1 of their last 5, and they did dump out Leicester in the FA Cup 3rd round, so they're no stranger to cup sets at Boundary Park, and maybe they'll have another one here today. But this is our team for the game, 4-4-2 as ever. These are our instructions right now. Staying on higher tempo and attacking is really helping us out, so we'll stick with that as we are the favourites today. David Martin's in goal. It's a back four of Meredith, Hutchinson, Cooper and Marlon Romeo, with Ferguson on the left, Marshall on the right, and in the middle, Ben Thompson and Sean Williams, with the dynamic duo up top of Aidan O'Brien and Tim Cahill, because right now, Lee Gregory, who was a little bit tired heading to the game, did pick up a knock, hasn't scored a goal in, I can't even remember how long it's been. It's been a very long time since he scored, and Dusty's not part of the match they scored today. So on the bench, Archer, Shackle, McLaughlin, Tunnicliffe, Jed Wallace, Anya Dimmer, and Steve Morrison as well, as we go in search of progression to the 5th round. Let's avoid the cup set, and let's get through. Alright, so I've confused and demotivated all of my players by telling them there was no pressure on them, so that's a good start. But I did say I went to Boundary Park the last 2 seasons. We won 2 years ago 2-1, and then last year, of course, we drew 0-0. The reference I said in the last episode was because we won 2 penalties, like right at the death, and Lee Gregory missed them both. But it was actually a really, really good sort of response from the fans, because it was right in front of us in the away stand, and all of us ran down to the front to meet Gregory and just started going, Gregory, Gregory. You can actually see me actually on the Lions TV video very briefly at the start, singing No One Likes Us. A little bit of interesting trivia for you there. But anyway, first highlight does come to Oldham as the hosts try and get themselves in front in a game where I do fear a little bit here. We're favourites, don't get me wrong, but there is a little bit of fear heading into the game, especially after seeing a knocked out Leicester here at home too, that there could be another cup set on the cards. Yes, we're the favourites, but clearly they like taking on opposition that are in a higher division than them here at Boundary Park. So first chance does come to the host. Byrne on the ball finds McKelney, and he'll play it out wide towards McLaughlin. McLaughlin back inside towards McKelney, inside towards Nazon. A good chance here as McLaughlin shoots and fires it wide, and a let off there. Oldham starting off on the front foot. They sense the cup set. They're going for it. And here come Oldham again here. Nazon going for goal and firing it just over the bar. Well, it's all the League One side at the moment. They right now are looking the better team, and we cannot cope. As they came through again and were very close to hitting the target and taking the lead. We really could do without the cup replay, but I'd certainly fancy our chance of taking them back onto the den. So if it has to be a draw, it has to be a draw. I guess we'll see. But it's still 0-0, half an hour in. Who is going to draw first blood in this 4th round tie? Well, Oldham again, having a go. This time Brian over the bar from a free kick. I need to wake the boys up at the break. Now, normally, I always say there's no pressure or you've been unlucky, but I think at half-time I'm going to assertively criticise the team as we're yet to do nothing. We're supposed to be the favourites in this game. So, half-time is coming. We survived the Oldham attacks. We're still tied at 0-0. And, dressing room, I'm going to go straight in and say to the boys assertively, I'm far from pleased with what I just saw. And we fired up all the boys. We switched off Tim Cahill. And I'm tempted to bring on Morrison for Cahill. He's not played well there at 6.4. So I think I'm going to do that. Cahill coming off. Steve coming on. That'll be the one change. And hopefully it'll wield some positive results. Let's highlight the second half. And it may well be the first highlight for Millwall as well. As Steve finds Ben. And Thompson keeps hold of the ball for finding Shane Ferguson. Meredith's out wide all alone there, and instead he goes back in the middle towards Thompson. Now Marshall on the ball, and Marshall crosses. Ferguson at the back stick latches onto it, keeps the ball in play. Meredith with him, but again ignores him and finds Ben Thompson. Now the Aussie gets on the ball, crosses. O'Brien flicks it down. Ferguson goes for goal, and a deflection off Brian gives us the lead. Well, we've had some bad luck and some good luck in terms of our goals, and this one is certainly the latter. Keane Brian deflects to Shane Ferguson. Cross comes short into the back of the net. There are a lot of empty seats here at Boundary Park as Millwall take the lead. O'Brien knocked it down. Ferguson's cross deflects off Brian and into the bottom corner. And Millwall go in front with a huge slice of luck. Don't mind how they go in though, like I said against Leeds, so long as they do. We're 1-0 up, and with 29 minutes to go, another highlight and a chance to double our lead. It's Sean Williams across to James Meredith, and the Australian left back down the left-hand side keeps on going. And the former Bradford defender crosses, and there's Morrison at the far post, and what a decision to bring him on for Tim Cahill. He may have bagged the brace against Crystal Palace, but today hasn't played well, and the captain comes off the bench to possibly put us through to the FA Cup 5th round. Meredith down the left-hand side takes two blue shirts with him, but takes it round them both, whips in a good cross to the far post, and there is Morrison, who lost his marker unmarked and heads it home. Oldham 0, Millwall 2, and with 28.5 minutes to go, that should do it for us. There is a bit of bad news though, because with 17 minutes to go, Aidan O'Brien's getting forced off through injury. And we've already brought on the one striker we had on the bench, so what we'll have to do is play on your Dimmer up top. He can play there, although of course he's more suited naturally to playing out wide. And we'll have him in the advanced forward role. And I think I might also take off Williams for Ryan Tunnicliffe as well. A bit more energy through the middle. We'll change that to a box-to-box. And hopefully we shall get ourselves through to the 5th round. And a free kick here could secure it. Shane Ferguson takes it. Shane Ferguson puts it over. But this second half has been so much better. The boys have definitely responded big time. They didn't play well enough in the first 45 minutes. My words have hopefully inspired them on to a victory. But I may well jinx it because here come Oldham. Byrne on the ball out wide towards the left back. He crosses. Hutchinson clears. It will drop to Byrne, who finds a free man. In comes the cross. Pringle's there. And Ben Pringle does half the deficit. Now, we saw Crystal Palace do that at the Den, but we managed to survive the late onslaught despite having a man disadvantage. Now can we do it away from home? Hutchinson heads away to cross. Burns spots the free man at the far post. I don't know what on earth happened there, but Marshall just left Pringle totally unmarked, and it was a simple finish. So, Oldham 1, Millwall 2, 10 minutes to go. This is going to be a very long final few moments here at Boundary Park. Come on. Don't throw this away, lads. Don't throw this away. Another highlight with 2 minutes to go. We are almost there. We've got our foot on the ball. Let's just hold on to it, not surrender possession cheaply, and make sure that this win is going to be ours. Good ball there towards Onyedinma. Off the bench. Morrison is in the middle. He crosses to him, and the subs linked up, but Steve couldn't bag his brace and secure it for us. And with 5 minutes of added time, oh, the pressure, the nerves are getting to us now. Romeo's cross on Onyedinma lost out in the air. And it will drop to Ferguson. And now Meredith has space and lifts one into the top corner. James Meredith, with his first goal for the club, makes it Oldham 1, Millwall 3. And the left back finishing there with a lovely little dink into the far corner. And that will do it. Panic over. We are in to the FA Cup 5th round. Ferguson picks it up, finds James Meredith, took a touch, and then said, you know what? I've got the skills of a striker to place that one home and make it 3-1. So 2-goal cushion restored, progress secured, FA Cup 5th round, here we come. And as we wait for the final whistle to come any second now, there it is. It's a win for the Lions in what was a very good second half where 4 goals got scored and 3 by us. So I'm going to say at the break, calmly, I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Everyone is delighted. I'm getting much better at these team talks now. And I want to give Morrison some individual praise as well for coming off the bench and playing well. And I'll say I'm pleased. He's motivated and inspired. And Meredith too, who was man of the match as well and scored that lovely goal. And he's extremely delighted as well. So yeah, big win for us. We're into the FA Cup 5th round and you'll see that draw in just a moment's time. O'Brien's out for 3 to 4 weeks or 3 to 5 weeks. Bit of a shame, but hey, maybe we'll put Meredith up front because he can definitely finish. And as we do head into the FA Cup 5th round, I've already noticed there was a couple of cup sets, and there's another one there for you with Burnley beating Arsenal. As Manchester United play host to Aston Villa as well. I don't know why that happens, but the draw seems to disappear from the mini calendar as you get closer to it. I don't know why, but it is definitely on the Monday the 29th. So as we quickly advance through the calendar, we shall get to the draw. We'll do it live again. I love cup draws in FM. I said this in the last episode. I don't know why. It's really, really fun. And yeah, so here we go then. FA Cup 5th round draw, and Millwall are in it. And let's see who we will be taking on. So, there's obviously lots of Premier League opposition left. There's a League One side and MK Dons left as well. Anyway, let's just find out who we got then in the FA Cup 5th round. So first, tie out the hat is Bournemouth or Reading versus Man United. West Brom next. The Hawthorns take on West Ham. Blackburn, League One against Wolves. Swansea against Manchester City. Fulham against Millwall in a London derby away at Craven Cottage, and there is the draw then. So Fulham in an all-championship affair. And you know what? Like, they might be in good form right now, sitting in 3rd place in the championship and playing well in real life too. But hey, yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I was hoping for a big team, obviously away from home or possibly at home, but Fulham away, that's a tie we can get through and possibly in to the round of 16. That's definitely doable. Fulham in the FA Cup 5th round, bring them on. And also, as we're advancing through the calendar as well, just realising that's the last 16 stage you're going into. It'll be the last 8 if we make it through at the Cottage. It's now time for transfer deadline day, but I'm not going to take part in it because, as you can currently see, our finances are still very, very low. We have money in the budget, but I don't feel the need to do anything because, first of all, the squad is really good. Everyone's in good morale. We're in good form right now. And whilst it isn't exactly the thickest of teams, I don't really feel the need to make any changes, any signings or any sales one bit. We know Cahill's leaving come the end of the season. That's as bad as I want it to become. So I'm going to do nothing in the transfer deadline day. We're skipping straight through. So, second and final game of today's episode then is indeed the Royals away at Medeski in an 8th versus 13th clash. Heading into the game right now on a really decent little mini run for us with no defeats in any of our last 5 and 4 wins in these last 5. Going in search of extending the streak, but this is going to be a very tough game against last year's playoff final runners-up. So, 4-4-2 as ever, no change to the instructions, but a couple of changes to our lineup after our win at Boundary Park. Archer's back in goal, back for Meredith, Hutchinson, Cooper and McLaughlin back in at right back with Ferguson on left, Wallace starting on the right, and in the middle Thompson and Williams, and up top together Gregory will start with Steve Morrison as our new look strike. I say new look strike duo. They had Cahill and O'Brien starting the last game, and now Gregory and Morrison back in. Hardly new look. But anyway, on the bench, Martin, Shackle, Romeo, Tunnicliffe, Marshall, Anya Dimmer and Cahill. Savills not getting back in my team for a while after 3 red cards in 15. But anyway, it's Reading away at the Medeski Stadium. Let's keep this mini run going. Come on, Millwall. Can I say as well, I do obviously understand that this series wasn't going to be for everyone. As I always say every single year, my audience age over the years has decreased and decreased and decreased. And I totally understand why FIFA career mode videos do better for views than FM videos, but I just want to say, like, to do this project makes me so happy because I love playing Football Manager, and to be managing and using my favourite team in a save for YouTube as Sonny Aluko's offside there is I just really enjoy it. Like, this is definitely, like, I am 5 episodes into this save, and I can say with absolute confidence this is the most enjoyable project/series I've done in a long time, and I am set for what should hopefully be a really long and fun series to produce for you guys. And I hope you guys that have enjoyed the first few episodes continue to enjoy them, because this is going to be a lot of fun for me, and hopefully it's a lot of fun for you as well. But the first chance fell there, Thiago Ilari's header off the crossbar. Reading putting the early pressure on, but still 0-0 as the Royals look for an early goal. But second highlight might well come to us. Meredith's cross. Oh! And Steve Morrison gets in on the end of it and justifies his selection and his reintroduction to the first 11. Meredith, who got the goal to wrap up the game against Oldham, now gets the assist. Lovely cross the middle. And Steve Morrison beats Moore in the air and heads it past the keeper and into the back of the net. It is Reading 0, Millwall 1. And I really don't want to jinx this, but this little mini run right now is the best of the season so far. And it may well continue here in Berkshire. Another highlight though just before the break, and this time it is going to come to Reading as the tackle's made there by Hutchinson. Well done, and perhaps it could come to Millwall with 3 minutes to go, and maybe, you never know, a chance to go 2 goals up. It's Jeb Wallace down the right-hand side, tracked back, but keeps hold of it and finds Sean Williams. And now Williams, crossfield ball towards Shane. Ferguson slides it into Gregory, and the goal drought is over. Ferguson rolls it through, and there is Lee Gregory to hit it off the post for his first goal in absolutely ages. It's actually his first goal since he signed that contract extension a couple episodes ago. Sean Williams with a lovely ball out wide towards Shane. First time ball in towards Lee, and Gregory in off the post beats Vito Manone and gets his first goal in such a long time, and that is a delight to see. It is 8th for the season in the league. It's Reading 0, Millwall 2, and I'm going to say nothing at the breaks. That always jinxes you in FM, but as things stand right now, this will be a massive, massive win for Millwall if we can hold on. Come on, you Lions! And a free kick for Millwall here in the second half early, and Ben Thompson on a booking really should have made it 3. Heads it over the bar, still 2-0, and hopefully we won't rue that missed chance there. But we are leading by 2, and this will be an absolutely fantastic result for us if we can pick it up. If you remember at the start of the season, we were really struggling away from home, but now we're looking a lot better when we go on our travels, and hopefully we'll pick up the win here. But here come the Royals with Chris Gunter down the left-hand side, whipping one to the centre, and there is Martin, who heads it over, and an escape for the Lions. 23 minutes to go. Let's not throw this away. I'm always really reluctant to make changes on Football Manager when I'm leading, because I always fear it's going to trigger something and it's going to cause the downfall and be the catalyst. So whilst the boys are tiring a little bit, keeping things as they are right now, but as Jordan DeBeater finds a Dowder, there is a chance here for Reading to half the deficit here. It's Kelly into Chris Martin, who fires one just wide of the post. And I think I will make some change just to freshen it up here. I'm going to take off Thompson for Tunnicliffe, more energy through the middle of the park. I'm going to bring on Dimmer for Wallace down the right-hand side for more energy there as well. And I think I'll leave it with just the 2 changes into the final 4 minutes. So come on, Millwall. This will be a massive, massive victory. And I did say at the start of the episode, playoff push is unlikely, but you never know. If we can keep this run going, you just never know. We are heading into the final minute of stoppage time, and it seems as though we're going to close out the big 3 points. Cooper to Ryan Tunnicliffe. Now Williams on the ball, knocks it forward, but straight to Gunter. And as Gareth McCleary picks it up, Reading are going to need a very quick goal if they're to have any chance of coming from 2 goals down to claim a point. Kelly picks it up, and Liam Kelly through to Quinn. But there's 8 seconds to go. There's not enough time. Even if they score it, would just be a consolation goal. Conor McLaughlin back to Jordan Archer, kicks it long, and that should do it. There is the final whistle. Reading 0, Millwall 2. Another big result for us in this very good little mini win streak. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. The boys delighted. The defence has really picked it up as well. We were really struggling at the start of the season to keep clean sheets, but now, whilst we're still leaking goals here and there, it's nowhere near as bad as it was at the start of the year. And that result there sees us move back into 12th place in the table. Gregory ended his goal drought. I was absolutely delighted about that. He played 10 hours of competitive football without scoring. Then he gets on his first of the new contract extension. And as you can see right now, moving up to 12th place, we're 8 points behind Queen's Park Rangers in 6th place. So still quite a few points off. Still the goal difference is definitely not in our favour. However, 16 games to go. And now we are currently 18 points clear of the drop. It's looking all but guaranteed we'll be staying in the division. That was all I asked for, really. Anything else will be a bonus. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys, where everything was positive for the first time. And I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, then please do drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And it really helps channel out as well. We do want to make more progression in the series as quickly as I can. But to be honest, because of our FA Cup run right now, I can't really miss out the Fulham game. So I'm going to play just 2 games off camera, Cardiff at home and then Birmingham away. And I'll return for that game at the Cottage in the FA Cup 5th round and see if we can get through to the last 8. And then Sheffield Wednesday at home in a big clash there as they're sitting in 4th place too. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome evening. And I'll see you for the next episode of my Football Manager series very soon. Bye.